Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm Kenman, my fellow eyes, STEM friends and followers, and my health members and subscribers. This is your health leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking the Finger 27. How's everyone doing today? So, you guys remember The Little Mermaid, right? The live action featuring Haley Bailey, Aquafina, and Megan McCarthy, right? You guys remember that movie? How it bombed in the box office? How we had to accept the fact that, oh, now Ariel just magically got to turn into African American for some other reason. And Bob Iger, the former CEO of Disney, thought that it was genius to like race swap Ariel because, I mean, hey, why not? Why can't we have Ariel as a different skin tone so all the little girls who come from different backgrounds, can relate to, right? Forget about the anime movie that Walt Disney worked so hard in, right? Just forget about the millennials, forget about everything, what's going on. Let's just like think it would never exist the animated movie, right? And another thing too is that you know how us girls, my female subscribers that is, right? You know how we always like to stick together no matter what. So basically, according to Variety magazine, it seems that Haley Bailey got interviewed with the Independent article and decided to discuss about her feelings with the so-called racist fans, and it's causing her backlash. And I'm here to discuss it right at this very moment, and you'll be shocked who is defending her. So let's talk about it, right? But before, do you guys, if you guys really enjoy this video, to like this video, share this with your friends and family, as well as subscribe to be part of Hellfire Club. Alright, you guys? And please check the description down below to follow my social platforms as well. Check out Kyle Kennedy, guys. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel, check out his latest live stream, and of course, please, support his blog posts, you guys. And not to mention, you guys, please find a literary agent for Kyle to get his book published. It is titled The Red Scarlet Violin. You're gonna like this book, you guys. It is really, really fantastic. So I give a big shout out to Kyle, who worked so hard on this book. I believe it took him around 2 years or more, and he really wanted to get a literary agent published, but seems like no one is not picking up. So if you guys know a literary agent around your area or know where to contact, please leave it in the comment section for Kaim to get in contact, and he will leave his email down in the description below as well. Alright, so good luck, Kaim. You can do it. Alright. So let's get back to the video, shall we? So Variety put in this title, right, saying that Halle Bailey says racist Little Mermaid backlash taught me how to block out the noise, and Zendaya and Ariana Grande are supporting her. And it goes on from here, from scrolling right here, right? It says right here, 3 years after the release of the Disney's live action The Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey is looking back at the experience of playing Ariel and how she ultimately felt freed by the discourse that erupted around her casting. Racist trolls were outraged at Disney for casting a black actor as Ariel, which made Bailey the target of online harassment from toxic fans, but she doesn't look back at the film release with any negativity. And according to the interview with The Independent, like I said, she put this quote saying that The Little Mermaid was a beautiful experience for me, and I felt like it taught me to listen to myself and the good voices inside. I learned how to block out the noise. So let's talk about it for a second, you guys, okay? So whoever this reporter is, I'm sorry, but us fans who grew up with the anime movie, we're not racist and we're not trolls. Okay? Anyone that's in that toxic category, thinking that, the other people who believe in other things, that's them. The ones who are like throwing tantrums, who thinking that they're entitled. Yeah, those are the toxic ones. We're not toxic. So get that out of your head and do some better reporting, please. You don't know anything about journalism. I'm sorry, whoever you are. All right. But the thing is, you guys, wherever Haley Bailey is coming from, you gotta understand something, right? The Little Mermaid was not a big hit for Disney. And we all know that we love the anime movie more than anything in the world because, heck, Jodie Benson is the iconic Ariel, and her daughter is filling in her shoes, and she is so happy to see her own flesh and blood do her own performance in on stage, and it's incredible. You know what I mean? And besides, even though Jodie Benson did support this film, and I know a lot of people not always on board on this, and I can understand one thing, right? That Jodie Benson is not the type of person that will cause any drama or any problems. She will always support anyone from color to race to ethnicity to even like people with disability like me. So you guys have to understand. a couple of things, right? I have nothing against Haley Bailey. It's just that she has to understand something too, right? That when there's an animated movie, it's been hand drawn, it's been digitalized, and it has to have meaning to it. Meaning it has to have great story that kids and adults can relate to, and that's what Disney was meant to like show little kids when they all grow up, that you can always fall in love, you can always look for adventure and so many incredible things. But for Haley Bailey's case, it seems that anything that goes, saying that, oh, all the fans who like the animated film over the live action is racist. And it's like, come on. It's like, can you give me a break here? You already know that, people are not supportive of this movie. And especially not to mention that your BFF, Rachel Zegler, caused a major stir and a lot of backlash for her to open her freaking mouth by bringing politics and bringing hate speech and threatening people who have different political beliefs, and to decide to like have fans be separated and thinking that she's entitled, and now she thinking that it's okay to like defend someone like that, who thinking that, oh, the prince is a stalker, weird, 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 and wants to like causing you know fans to hate one another, and not to mention going after two celebrities, meaning like Gina Carano, like in this tweet right here. Is that the person you want to support? Haley Bailey? Is that the one you wanna, defend? Really? And another thing too, like you wanna go defending someone who wants to like causing a stir with her own co-star who has a different background than she is? Is this the one that you wanna defend? Think about it for a second, okay? Like, I can understand that, being picked on and being bullied hurts, and you want to just forget about what happened behind the scenes, or, what fans are saying. Yes, I understand that it hurts, it stings. I get that. It's fine that you want to ignore haters, supposedly, but in reality check, okay? We're just speaking our truth here. We're just speaking how we feel as true Disney fans. We go to the theme parks, we pay, and wasted our merchandise on incredible toys, costumes for our kids, everything. And you're here just thinking that everything's racist. And then you have your team of girls here thinking that you're Charlie's Angels, for crying out loud, thinking that, oh, we're the women of empowerment. We don't want anyone telling us what to do. We think every fan who thinks that, that says boo at us, is racist. Give me a freaking break here, okay? You're not entitled. Just focus on your so-called movie, the whole Tuscany movie or whatever that is. Hopefully it does well in the box office compared to The Little Mermaid. And speaking of which, do you recall how much money Disney lost within, the former CEO Bob Iger between The Little Mermaid and, Snow White? Yeah, it cost them a lot of money. So whatever you do, Haley Bailey, you look at those numbers very carefully and you make sure you think before you say anything else, alright? Because your whole girl team, what do you have? You have Ariana Grande, yeah, okay, sure. Bring Glinda, the magical bubble, the good witch of the north or whatever, to side with you. And of course, oh yeah, you included Zendaya. Oh, another one. You know, and of course your BFF Rachel Zegler, like I said, you guys are like the team that can extend definitely the Charlie's Angels, most definitely. Because you think us fans who speak the truth in our minds on social media, are racist trolls. Nice work. I know that your ego is so big that you think just because you're young and so cute on camera, but in reality, you probably are just a diva like everyone else. You just stuck up little girl who never got everything she wanted, and she had to learn the hard way that you had to make money for a living to like put food on the table like everyone else. All right? Yes, you are a human being, but still, you don't have to be a narcissistic behind by acting like a donkey every time you had to open your mouth. Look what happened to Rachel Zegler. She thinks that it's okay to like make up stupid remarks, and look at how that turned out. Yeah. She got herself blacklisted, she got herself in a lot of trouble, costing Disney a lot of money, thinking that she is the one that, stands out. She's the one that put out a tweet saying that, oh, I'm not gonna bleach my skin into Snow White, you know, and she goes on from thinking that, she criticized the original film, saying that it's not 1937 anymore. So good luck with that by having a group of girls defending you. Because you need to like think for your own. You can't just depend on a group of women, to have your save your battles every time. There's nothing wrong with that because I have female friends, don't get me wrong. I don't mind like female friends sticking by with each other, which is fine because that's what I have female friends for. That's why I have incredible female subscribers, which are amazing. You know, and I highly support any calls or any problems they want to ask me. I don't mind it. But when it comes to something like this, for celebrities that want to like have to go all fighting mode because they think that, oh, the only thing I can do right now at this very moment, I'm gonna post hate on social media. I want to express how much I hate the fans because they're toxic. They're horrible people behind the screen. Um, you gotta stop being that way because not all fans are like that. You gotta stop generalizing everything. I'm sorry. I really am because this is not, how it works. I'm sorry. So think before you speak, okay, Haley Bailey? And whatever you do not ever, and I mean this is coming from all of us, do not fall in the same boat as Richard Ziegler because you don't want to get blacklisted. You don't want to end up like go insane because Richard Ziegler needed help and she said on her page saying that like she needed medication, she needed to see therapy, and I can see why. Because all the fans know how much they hated the fact that how she ruined Snow White. People prefer the original, and she couldn't take it. So the only solution for her is that she needs to stay low. She has to remain a low profile because the only thing she's really good at for right now, at this very moment, is just making Broadway shows. That's what she's good at, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if she ever, and I mean, if she ever tries to crawl her way, into Hollywood once again in the spotlight, she has to keep her mouth shut. That's it. Because if she continues with this whole, narrative how she thinks she's better than everyone else, then we got a problem. I mean it. It's like Houston, we got a problem. We got a, crazy girl going after fans again and thinking that she's above everyone else when she's not because she criticized, original films. She thinks that she wants to be, showing that we can like change the world or something, thinking that we can like race swap or gender swap, characters that are iconic, doesn't really matter, and I'm just gonna clog my ears singing la 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 la, ignore all the haters, thinking everyone that is speaking the truth are racist, but it's time to move on, okay? It's time to like, get off your high horse, just focus on your film project and forget about what people say online, especially reporters, because they just want to poke fun at you and they would do anything to twist your words. That's all I'm saying. All right. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of Haley Bailey's response to this independent, reporter's response. I'd like to hear your comments down below. And of course, well, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, coming soon. And like I said, you guys, if you guys really enjoyed this video, want to like this video, share it with your friends and family, as well as subscribe. Alright, you guys, and don't forget to check out my latest videos on the previous video that I made. That'd be great, and I'll be making more soon. Okay, and don't forget to get support Kyle Kenry, you guys. Alright, that'll be awesome. So this is your half our leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking the Finger Twins, signing off. See you in the next video. Love you guys. Peace out.